Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back. It's Cicierega here, and it's been so long, so much has been happening. I moved. There has been a lot with moving and vacationing, planning, family members, blah 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 blah, and just in general, terrible teams. And that's what the first half of this video is about. The first half of this video is going to be about, oh my god, you know what, I'm not even going to say. I'm just gonna let you watch. I have done some heavy editing to make it. I try to make it funny. I have a feeling I don't make it funny. I think I make it worse. I may have even offended people, but I don't think I have really offended people by this, but you never know. But I just I wanted to record so bad for so long, moving got in the way, and now I finally get back into playing. I'm like, well, now it's time to play. I play my tanks, and I'm still on the losing streak that I had before I stopped. And I'm playing a Panzer III, by the way, which I'm now getting back into, and I'm starting to fall in love with. I really do love this tank with the 50mm long-barreled cannon. I think it's a great tank for Tier 4 and 5 games. Tier 6 games, it can be a bit dodgy. You can kind of scout with it because it's really fast, as you're seeing here. But I want to get this crew trained up with some skills, so that's what I'm doing in the second game of this. These two games are right after each other, by the way. I just cut them off to save time. But I really do like this tank, and I was crew training, like I said before, because I suck with commentaries. Crew training in the T-3048, which is the second game. But for now, we're just cruising around the streets of Himmelsdorf and trying to shoot stuff. Okay, so I went after the A-20. The A-20 is really fast, so I'm never gonna catch him. But now I'm done here. And it doesn't seem like a really bad spot, and you'll see why in a little bit. So, Ram Panzer. I've been seeing a lot of these lately, and I don't know why. It's just, you know, Ram Panzers. I thought I could penetrate his side. The side of a Panther is only 60mm thick. I'm surprised I didn't get killed there. Probably shouldn't have drove right in front of him like that. Just wanted to get down in this alley. Alright, that VK3001H is important. Okay? He is important. So we have successfully created a swath of land the size of Jamaica in the left half of the map where there's no enemies. So everything left of 8 and over is clear of enemies. They're all in the cap. All of them. So what I'm not so what do you think our little friends are gonna do that are trying to come up here? T-67 is going to do a great job of resetting until I get there. I do an okay job. I only have a 50mm gun, and I'm shooting at Tier 5 tanks, like a Panzer IV. And 3 Lee was on low health, so it kind of But I did my best. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. So, there's the M3 Lee. He's on half health. And this gun is really good. I just need to get aiming time down. That's the only thing. The enhanced gun length drive, browsers, and optics. I want to be able to see farther in this thing. The view range is pretty terrible at 330 meters for Tier 4. That gets to Tier 6 games. So I killed the M3 Lee. That reset the cap a little bit. Someone else's resets the cap. I'm going to assume that's already. I start resetting the cap on this Panzer IV. He's my next target. I get blown up by the KV-1, and this is where I'm going to stop talking and let the rest do its thing. Alright, so this is where I'm going to pick it up again with the commentary. That game was terrifying. That had me so worked up over how, come on, The cap circle is on the right side of the castle. The KV-1 is on the left side of the castle. There is one KV-1 with an 85mm gun, and there are 2 of you. Move up, shoot the people in the cap, reset the cap for the rest of the team to get there, and we would have won. Like, it's just... And it doesn't take a genius to think of like, oh, if I move up and take a hit from a KV with 85mm gun, then the team will have time to get up here. Like, it's that simple. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go hold down in G7 so that way when they come around at E5, they like, you know, I have their flanks, and then I have my artillery that's in my platoon shoot at the rear so they have nowhere to fall back, and our medium platoon Wolfpack comes up from the front and just wrecks them. No, like, that is hardly half of what that is. That is just spectacular teammate fail, and I hate that. I've been having so much trouble playing multiplayer games like War Thunder. I've been playing a lot of War Thunder recently, and I'm trying to find a way to record War Thunder gameplay. I have a Mac, and OBS just does not like Mac, okay? It just does not like it. It will not record on the Mac. It's just like, nope. So I'm trying to find something else to do, and I'm trying to find people as well. Okay, I'll just make a shout out right now. I'm trying to find people to start making music videos with. As some of you may know, I made music videos quite a long time ago now. I need people to help me make these. I need, you know, at least 6 people, because that's what the minimum is at the moment. I just need 6 people and more, and we can just all be in the video. I'll give you credit in the video and the credits and whatever. Just come help me make videos, please. I just need help. That's all I ask. But anyway, back to gameplay. I plugged my mic in there for a little bit, and that's why I stopped and then shot the rock for no apparent reason, because I accidentally dropped my controller. Because Weedman, or Weeman, MW3, or Modern Warfare 3, whatever it is, there he is in chat. He's just going on about, there he is. he's like, I'm like, I plugged in my mic, and they're complaining about him, because he shot one of the teammates. That was the whole thing in the beginning, but he sat in the base for so long, and now he's complaining about how slow his tank is and how crappy the armor is. And I'm trying to explain to this kid, like, the Black Prince is literally one of the most well-armored tier 7s in the entire game, and you're complaining about it has light tank armor. I'm like, and then I'm like, you know, dude, if you think that thing has bad armor, it has like almost 4 times the amount of armor as this thing does, and I'm bouncing shots from tier 7s. And I actually do bounce a shot from the tiger that's up here sooner or later. There he is. I think I already bounced a shot. Maybe I'm just, you know, stupid and silly. But I mean, this game is like, they really didn't push hard over here, and it's just basically the same thing as last game, except I was on the winning team. They didn't push. They sat back in sparse numbers. They didn't push around the southern flank because there's only one tank down there, and he's not being overrun. So they're all back in their base, and we have all of the cover and all of the firepower to just annihilate them, because they're getting spotted one by one like this easy 2 Jumbo Sherman. I lit him on fire. He's dead. And now comes the assault. This is the main assault. I'm letting KV3 go first. I don't want to get shot by a tiger any more than I have to, because I only have 300 health. But I just, this Weeman MW3 guy just doesn't get it. He's in a Black Prince. He's going into an open field. Me and the other guy in chat, I can't really read his name, something Medic 23, but he was also, he knew what he was talking about too. So Weeman is driving into the open field in a Black Prince whilst complaining about having crappy light tank armor, and I'm like, well, you know, it's one thing to complain that your tank has light tank armor when you don't know how to angle and all that jazz. Is like blah 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 blah, and then I'm like, well, it's another thing to drive out into an open field when the entire remaining enemy team has shots at your side. Like, Just no. You have no right to complain at this point. And the last tank, ironically, is a Black Prince. And by accident, I had loaded 10... I don't remember how I loaded 10 rounds of premium APCR in this tank. I rarely use APCR in tanks. Like, honestly, I just try to stay away from it like it's the devil. But I don't know why. And I just had it and I thought, this is a good enough time to use APCR in the Black Prince. Might as well. It could help with, you know, winning the game, even though it's one against, you know, a lot of tanks. And so here he is, APCR loaded, ready to shoot into the front, and he's facing the other way. So switch back to armor piercing, so I don't, you know, lose money this round. Just dump the shots. And if this Easy 2 would have just kept his front towards the Black Prince, he could have done well, but he turned him towards me. Then again, he is bringing his ass around so that the our friendly behind him can kill him, but, you know, it's all good in the end. We won. I didn't take any damage. The E2 did a fairly good job of bouncing the shells. Everyone had their heyday and blah, 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 and zibbity-doo-da-day. So now that the game's over, I actually recorded the stats, because this is the first game I've had in like 6 darn centuries where I actually, like, the team actually knew what they were doing. And so I decided to throw in the stat page, which I don't usually do because I feel like I'm just, you know, I don't feel like I'm bragging. I just feel like I'm putting it out there that I'm like, oh yeah, here's all my good games and none of my bad games. But I don't want to do that. So I did 2,000 damage, and a lot of the guys below me did really well. Like, a lot of the guys below me. And if this was me on the enemy team, I'd be that Black Prince with 2,000 damage, and the rest of the team did crappy damage. That'd be me. But anyway, guys, this video is coming to a close. And hopefully I see you guys on the battlefield and helping me with videos. Please leave a comment below if you're interested in that. And I will see you guys in the next video.